SETI. How many times have you heard how great this game is? It's on so many people's top 10 lists, top 5 lists, game of the year lists. Everyone seems to love it. So why was I left so disappointed and confused after playing? And what, if anything, changed? SETI is a beautifully produced Euro game with some serious crunch. According to Board Game Geek, it currently weighs in at 3.76 out of 5 on the complexity scale. I don't disagree. It's crunchy. There's no doubt this production is fantastic. But beneath this stellar production lies a galaxy of interwoven mechanics that took me on an unexpected journey. SETI is a game where every round you're spreading your team of scientists and explorers across this big, beautiful board, grabbing resources and following multiple paths of progress. You'll manage resources, develop your tech tree, explore locations, and collect sets of data. You start pretty basic, just a few simple actions. But as you build up your engine, your actions get more powerful. Your choices get more interesting, and suddenly you're juggling this whole web of interconnected systems. Each round, you're trying to figure out the perfect combo of actions and what to upgrade next. And timing is crucial in this game. But our first contact with SETI was different. After hearing so much about how great SETI was, my wife and I dove in, excited to see what lay in store. Our first game was not only overwhelming, it was painful. My wife said flat out, "I don't like it." And although I knew I felt the exact same way, I said, "There's gotta be a reason why so many people love this game. What were we missing?" I said, "I think we need to play it again." I kept wondering, was the learning curve too steep? Were our expectations set too high? Were we doing something wrong? I checked the rules, watched some videos, maybe some minor rules things, nothing that made a difference to the core of the game. So, on trust and curiosity, we played again. And again. The truth? No game has ever changed so drastically from my first impression to my third play as SETI by Czech Games Edition. Ever. So what changed and why? There are 3 main paths to gain victory points: the technology track, the planet and moon exploration track, and the data collection track. That's what I'm calling them, at least. And just when you think you've mapped out these 3 celestial paths to victory, SETI throws in another variable that changes everything. Aliens. Spoiler alert, sorry. There's aliens. Each path is a puzzle that requires upgrades, strategy, and resources and timing. And each path has a learning curve. And any combination of those paths can earn you the most victory points. It's choice overload and confusing on the first go. And that's the secret sauce that brings me back for more. The complexity seems so perfectly balanced, I can approach every game differently. I can explore the actual game. Great Western Trail is another game with almost the exact same complexity rating, 3.71 on Board Game Geek as opposed to SETI's 3.76. But for me, Great Western Trail has a different learning curve. When I taught my 16-year-old daughter to play, I said, "Trust us, it's great." She spent the first half of the game whining, "What am I doing and why?" over and over. "What am I doing? Why am I doing this?" And I just said, "Keep going and wait for it." And just past halfway through the game, her eyes lit up and she started saying with excitement, "Cows, I want more cows." While my daughter's cow epiphany came halfway through Great Western Trail, SETI's revelation was more like actual space exploration. Gradual, challenging, and possibly even more rewarding. Let's get thematically poetic. The next several plays felt like exploration of the game's well-themed mechanics. Technology upgrades, space travel, landers, satellites, and data streams, just like the theme of searching for extraterrestrial life. There are great games that spread out the mechanics like this, but no game has made me earn it in a way that felt so satisfying. Expectations play a huge part in gaming. New gamers look at the promise made on the box. Discriminating gamers may look at Board Game Geek ratings or want a recommendation from their favorite reviewer. But there's some games that most people don't like, and that I do. And I don't care. And that's an important part of being a gamer. forging your own opinions, seeing what you like, seeing what you don't like, seeing what feels good. The painful first game of SETI I mentioned, that confusion and disappointment, they weren't just obstacles. They were essential steps in the journey, like actual space exploration. Every setback taught me something new. Like I actually know what space exploration is like, but you know what I'm getting at. Every time I explore strategies for SETI, new combinations and paths reveal themselves. Plans versus pivots, hopes versus what cards you actually have. It literally feels like a galaxy of possibilities. The expansive, overwhelming goal of scientists reaching out for intelligent life is perfectly mirrored by SETI's mechanics. And yet, unlike the real-world search for extraterrestrial life, this box and the structure of the gameplay focus those possibilities and experience into a finite window of time. 40 minutes per player. And choice, despite overwhelm, becomes key. In SETI, you are open and free to choose what to do with the limited time and resources you have, just like in life. Simply put, I haven't mastered it yet, but I want to. I want to keep playing to master it, just like life. So yeah, SETI not only taught me about extraterrestrial life, it taught me about my life. Am I overstating for drama? Maybe. You'll never really know. But the truth is, right now, I'm considering spending part of my life today playing SETI again. Because to lean fully into the metaphor, maybe even in a cheesy way, I now look at playing SETI like I'm still overwhelmed looking into the stars. Because that's the way I'm supposed to feel. So yes, I choose to play. I'm Lincoln the Game Bard. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my rant and ramblings. Please like and subscribe. It really helps.